breaking news. After an urgent search, the 34-year-old man who police believe murdered a wealthy Washington, D.C. couple, their young son and their housekeeper, is now in custody. ABC's Ryan Smith has exclusive new details.
Breaking news tonight. A frantic interstate manhunt ends with this man, Daron Wint, in custody.
It was a long 48 hours, and it was a collaborative effort of a lot of different agencies, all of them part of our task force.
The suspect in that brutal quadruple homicide at this Washington, D.C. mansion, charged with murder in connection with the deaths of Savopoulos, his wife Amy, their 10-year-old son Philip, and their housekeeper Vera Figuera. Wint captured inside a vehicle after a police chase.
We continue to follow them. We called PG County Police and they sent up a helicopter. We got to a situation where we could successfully take him down, and we did our standard practiced vehicle pin maneuver, and we were able to safely pin the vehicles, both vehicles, and place them under arrest.
He was considered armed and dangerous. Relatives describe Wint as an angry, troubled man.
He's very hostile, he's arrogant. He doesn't listen.
Wint has a long rap sheet with arrests for burglary, assault, and concealing a dangerous weapon. That criminal history led to his identification. Police say they tracked him down from DNA on a crust of Domino's pizza ordered to the Savopoulos house while they were being held hostage.
Just about every law enforcement officer across the country that is aware of his open warrant and are looking for him.
And now, police say Wint was no stranger to the Slane family and their business. This is American Iron Works, a steel and iron manufacturer. Savopoulos was the CEO, and police now say Daron Wint worked for the company at some point, and that's the connection between the two. Employees there, still in a state of shock.
How's the company holding up?
Not good.
Not good?
If he'd worked in the business, if the husband knew who he was, then all four of them could potentially identify him at some point. So to eliminate the witnesses, you kill all of them.
The family's ordeal began last Wednesday evening.
It's Saba. I hope you get this message.
That night, a family employee receives a voicemail from Savopoulos instructing her not to come into work the next day.
Amy is in bed sick tonight, and she was sick this afternoon, and Vera offered to stay and help her out. So she's going to stay the night here, but Vera's phone died, and she doesn't have her charger, and I don't have a charger that fits her phone. So I don't know if you can tell anybody that would be worried about her that she's just going to be here with us tonight.
We know that this voicemail is all wrong, and if you listen to it, he has a very flat affect. If this were a casual call, it would be along the lines of, "Hi, remember, we don't need you tomorrow. Everything's fine. I'll see you on Monday." Click. It was a very slow, methodical, flat affect call. And if you listen very carefully, you can hear some sort of commotion in the background.
That same night, 2 Domino's pizzas are ordered and left on the doorstep of the home.
We were contacted by the police the day after, and we can confirm that we made a delivery to the house.
The next morning, starting at 7 a.m., Savopoulos made a flurry of phone calls, including some to his bank and accountant. Later that morning, an assistant of Savopoulos drops $40,000 off at the house. Then, just a few hours after the money is dropped off, the house is up in flames.
3201 Woodland Drive. Our 3-story detached house fire in the second and third floor. We removed 4 victims. It's going to be a prolonged secondary search.
You know, this case sort of reeks of amateur behavior. You know, what happened inside that house? What motivated the bad guy or bad guys to harm these people in such a horrific way? You know, that still remains to be seen.
Police information suggests Sava, Amy, and Vera were all doused with gasoline and stabbed to death, while 10-year-old Philip was found in his room, burned beyond recognition. The family's car was found on fire in this church parking lot 15 miles away. This surveillance video, the first clue as to who committed this horrific crime. But it was here, at the ATF specialized lab in Maryland, that police say they got their link to Daron Wint.
Every piece of evidence taken from that scene was actually sent to our lab. Our lab worked around the clock on the evidence received from there.
Authorities say the lab matched trace DNA evidence from the Domino's pizza to Wint.
The investigation is still ongoing, but we haven't ruled out that there was or was not participation, from other people involved in this thing.
This crime would be very difficult to pull off with one person. You're talking about basically controlling people for a full 24-hour period, and the idea that one person could do that, possible, of course. The tendency would be, I think, there would be more than one person.
Today, police tracked down Wint's girlfriend in this South Brooklyn home. ABC's Gio Benitez was outside the Brooklyn precinct earlier this evening when Wint was still at large.
Ryan, police interviewed Wint's girlfriend right here at this police station earlier today. They say she was cooperative.
Wint was a one-time Marine recruit who grew up in Guyana. His girlfriend told police that she believed he would turn himself in. Before Wint was taken into custody, the Savapolis, D.C. community was on edge.
Chief, what do you say to members of the general public who may be concerned that he may come after others?
Well, right now, again, I think we have now established that there is some specific connection between the suspect and the victims here. So this was not random. We hopefully we will have Mr. Wint in our custody very soon.
Right now, everyone in the neighborhood is just a little shaken up. They're not sure really what to think.
The Savapolises have two surviving teen daughters, 19-year-old Abigail and her younger sister, who were reportedly away at boarding school at the time of the killings. But tonight, police have their family's alleged killer in custody.
Well, tonight we were able to find the location of Wint, and we were able to take him down and arrest him.
For Nightline, I'm Ryan Smith in Washington, D.C.